What's up, my people? We are live. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you all had a great day thus far. So let's get right up into this. Should Phyllis Summers be fired on The Young and the Restless? Now, those tuning in, let me know what y'all think. Um, as that's the question of the night. If you go back to today's episode, look, Sally is fed up with Phyllis, okay? Um, Phyllis didn't need to give Sally all that attitude, but I don't even like me personally. I don't even care about the whole Sally situation. What I'm talking about is Phyllis all up in Billy's bits and all up in Billy's face, acting like Billy's supposed to bend over backwards to kiss Daniel's behind. Daniel is a grown man, okay? So therefore, if Daniel said his head's not in it, he don't want to do that. He need to figure out his grief his own way. It's his own grief. Like, yeah, okay, Heather was murdered last year. I'm sorry for your loss, Daniel, but at the end of the day, you're not my responsibility. You're a grown ass man. I'm just saying, I may be insensitive. I may be whatever. I get Heather was the love of his life. Okay, she was murdered by Ian Ward or Jordan, whichever one. One insists of the other one, but I don't really care about none of that. How is that Billy's problem? Billy didn't murder her. So please. So Phyllis is just the definition of a smother. Okay? Not to mention, I still have it out for Phyllis for being a sexual predator. That's right. Phyllis Summers is a sexual predator. I will not let anybody forget what she did to Danny Ramalotti back in the day. You think I forgot about that? I didn't forget. I'm still have my foot on Phyllis's neck for that. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you tonight? I'm gonna forever hold a grudge against Phyllis because that was unacceptable. Very unacceptable. She should be a registered sex offender. Hi, Rosemary Brown. Rosemary Brown says, hi, Kyrese and everyone in the chat room. I'm glad you guys are live in the chat. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here as well. Hello, Darby. The kittens are taking a nap. You're not insensitive. Phyllis has tormented people for decades. Exactly. Now, because, like, with Phyllis, talk about, oh, me and Daniel have both been through hell this year. Like, Phyllis, I don't care about your problems, okay? I really don't care about Phyllis being kidnapped. That was the least of what she deserved, okay? I was enjoying that part of her getting a little bit of that comeuppance because she's a horrible woman. I'm good. Good topic tonight. Was wondering what we would have talk about tonight. We're talking about all five of them. Hi Francis. How are you? Happy Tuesday. So yeah, if I was Billy, I would listen to Sally, and Phyllis would just have to go. Phyllis and her son, they just gotta go. Come on, remember what Victor did to Phyllis? Yeah, but Phyllis raped Danny first. So I'm just saying, Phil, Victor switched him out with switched Jack out with somebody else, and therefore they took advantage of Phyllis. I'm not saying that what was done to her was right, but however, I have no sympathy for Phyllis. Hi, last day. How are you? Um, but I still have no sympathy for Phyllis after what she did. She should have been in jail or a registered sex offender at the very least. If what was Danny unacceptable wanted some Phyllis Summers. Look, Danny was a victim, okay? And Phyllis manipulated him even more. That's all that was, okay? But Sally raped Wyatt. She tried to. Did you hear Kyrese Thomas won't ever be returning? That means Emma Barber won't be getting revenge on our good guy. Good. Thomas shouldn't be welcomed back until after what he did. What happened to Daniel's real father? He left town. He left town and never looked back. Phyllis, she's doing too much. I think she's trying to break up Sally and Billy because she wants Billy for herself. Even though Billy slept with her daughter. That just shows how Phyllis rolls. Do you think Y&R is going to put Daniel and Tessa together? Got some weird vibes with their scenes today. Oh, yeah, Daniel and Tessa. Look, I feel for Tessa, okay? I mean, I know in the past I've never cared for Tessa, but I feel for her. Because at the end of the day, she has to be in bed with Mariah every day. I'm doing good. Been a rough day. It's one of those. I hear you. Danny tries to bend Phyllis Summers over on the pool table. Don't start Kyrie's up on about Thomas with Emma. I'll stay neutral on that topic. But Thomas did kill my girlfriend. He killed Emma Barber. But I'll stay neutral because I got a lot to discuss. Because Tessa was actually looking pretty today. She was looking good. Free Tessa from being crushed by Mariah. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I feel for Tessa. Her ribs must be hurting. Her back is hurting. She's always hungry. Like, why do you think she thought that Daniel's solutions to her problems would be, oh, well, let's make him a cookie? You see what this woman has to deal with all the time? Because whenever Mariah gets cranky around the house 24/7, she's always got to be baking or ordering cookies and food and all that. Like, I'm just saying, my girl Tessa is stressed out. Ava Jerome is back. Now, Ava Jerome is stupid. That's right. Y'all going to be shocked, but I wish Gemini was here to hear this part. But no, Ava Jerome is dumb. How's she gonna go around spending money recklessly when Rick told her what I told her? Like, you supposed to be having that in you're supposed to be putting your money in offshore accounts and then setting it up right. But here she goes. She want to go spending it on some big car stuff. Oh, Ava Jerome is back. I'm like, you know what? She's dumb as hell. This is what I'm talking about, Ava. You was acting like a dingbat. See, people think I'm incapable of calling out Ava Jerome, but I'm doing it right now because she's a dingbat. You're supposed to get your money in order first. First of all, you need to pay off your taxes, pay off your other things. Me, because she's spending money fast. Exactly. She's just doing the most, like an idiot. Like, you're just putting it's gonna happen eventually with you and Ava, I figured. Yep, I could call out Ava on her mess. I sure could. And you want to know who else I'm gonna call out? Is Liam. No, actually, before I get into Liam, let me get into Steffi. She is so nosy and insensitive. Who is she to be telling Liam that he's dying? That is not her place. She is not his doctor the last time I checked. Very rude and overbearing. Okay, this is my issue with Steffi. She never learns how to mind her own business. It's very inappropriate to be getting into Liam's affairs. He is a grown man. He could accept on his own terms that he's dying. Now, do I want Liam dead? Yes, because I want him back as Dylan Quartermain and because Liam has ran his course. But on top of that, Steffi is out of line. I got $50 when I was 12 and I spent it all on junk food. But you were 12. Ava Jerome is 55 years old. So she should learn how to manage her money by now. You're supposed to put that in offshore accounts. She needs to have a stack of cash somewhere. That was true. That was not Steffi's place. Should be one of the doctors. Exactly. One of the doctors should have told Liam what the situation was, not nosy Steffi. Steffi always thinks the world revolves around her. Oh no, Finn, I have to be the one to tell you. No, you don't. Just let God do his work, and when Liam dies, he dies. Okay? Eric is Taylor's biggest op. Every time she gets to a ridge, here comes Eric gassing Brooke up to go after Ridge. Please, Steffi ain't. No, Steffi is. You were a kid and you were expected to spend money stupidly, unlike Ava Jerome, who's anything but. So therefore, no. She's a dingbat, and I'm going to treat her as such. I was glad that Rick put her in her place today. Like, seriously. She talked about, I'm keeping the coat. Look, Do you like Kyle, Kyrie's? Do you like Kyle and Claire as a couple? I do not. I do not at all. Actually, Francis, on second thought, there's only one part of Kyle and Claire that I do like. One thing about them is that Summer is unhappy. So therefore, so they could live together as I could live with Claire if she gets pregnant with Kyle's baby and delivers a healthy baby just to spite Summer. That works for me. That old man Eric need to go sit in a corner with Donna. Hmm. I believe Donna's having several affairs. There's no way she's getting her back scratched by that old man. I'm just saying. But Steffi need to mind her business. This is her problem. She's always making other people's things her problems and sticking her nose where it doesn't belong. She's the most insufferable character I've ever met. Well, outside of Hope and several others, but still, I don't like Steffi. She's overbearing and manipulative. Yeah, I agree, Kyrie. Thank you. I love Kyle and Claire together. Yeah, but I hate Summer Newman much more. So at least Claire looks better than Summer. Woo! Indeed. Mm-hmm. Guys, Steffi, she's got to go. She's got to go. Would you want to know? Yeah, but my doctors would tell me. If my doctors would tell me, I wouldn't want my baby mama in my business, my ex-wife / baby mama, to be all up in my bizwax. Steffi's my girl, but I have to agree with you. Exactly. Steffi, you have a whole husband. How about you actually take marriage vows seriously for once? See, this is why Steffi don't have a man, can't keep a man, okay? Anita singing for Bill yet? Never. But Bill Hamilton, he ain't ish. He ain't ish. He having Tomas spy in on those confidentiality meetings. I'm like, you know what, Bill? Yes, I want to get my affairs together. Yeah, but let his doctors tell him that. She doesn't need to be breaking confidentiality. Like, Finn, you need to be disbarred. Or you need to have your medical license revoked. And because Bridget ain't doing that, Steffi needs to mind her goddamn business. That's what she got to do. I put that on everything I love. That Steffi needs to mind her business and let Liam bite the dust. I like Liam, always have. I detest Liam, and I always will, because A, what reasons do I really have to still dislike? Well, it's because I still held a grudge from my last straw with Liam was when he said all the despicable things that Bill did. He's like, well, at least Bill is a billionaire and opened up doors for us. But you being Deacon's daughter does nothing for us. So therefore, like, that was when I was done with Liam. Okay? When he basically said, if you're not rich like Bill, then then Deacon had no right to be a father to Hope. And I hate Deacon now because of what he pulled with Carter, but I hold that grudge against Liam for being such an elitist when he was nothing but a scout boy without Bill. Steffi and Carly remind of each other, always want to have sympathy for their ex. Exactly, Carly too. Carly need to mind her business too. Like, Sonny is about to die on the things. You know, if I was lying, I would want to find out. I would just hope somebody. Yeah, let the doctors do their job. Finn should lose his license. He broke so many laws telling Steffi about Liam's diagnosis. First mistake of the day, Kyrie. That is her business. I'm with you. I love Liam. Money is the only thing that matters. I mean, yeah, but that's his father. But that's her father. So therefore, that doesn't mean all what Bill was able to do, everything that he did, he could justify that because Bill was rich. Deacon beat the crap out of Carter. Stop with those lies. What are Rocky and the kittens doing? Eating a little treat in the corner. is money, then family. Did your job, which is make you money, and didn't love with a woman. I hear whatever that is. But still, Brooke Logan is a pathetic excuse for a woman. That is what Brooke and Liam are the two male and female equivalents. Hey, I don't disagree. Deacon is a great guy. Well, until he fought Carter up for no reason. Exactly. All for his ugly daughter. For that ugly Hope Logan. That's why I'm even more mad. It was all for hell. I'll see if Deacon is the only person with his love child other than Liam. Steffi saved Liam's life. It seems Carly will save Sonny's life. Now, Carly need to mind her business. Okay? Sonny has his little heart condition because it's karma for everything he does. I wouldn't be the only reason Ava don't have a heart condition because she don't have a heart to begin with. That's right. I could drag Ava whenever I want to. Money rules everything up to a point last day. Yeah, but all the things that Bill did, Bill should have been in jail decades ago, but he's not because of all his resources, but all the hell that Bill has unleashed. But Liam's gonna look his nose down on Deacon when he first came back from prison. I'm like, get out of here. Please don't start with Brooke. That woman have no shame. No shame at all. None. No class, no morals. Just a overall horrible excuse for a woman. Just disgusting excuse. That's Brooke for you. But Emma, you better be letting go of that grudge against Jocelyn now. I don't want to hear no more about Emma's little beef for Jocelyn over on General Hospital. I don't want to hear it. Okay? If I hear one more time about their little kid rivalry, I'm going to explode. At the end of the day, these two are not Robin and Carly 2.0. If that's where you're going with this, you're going to need to give them a different reason to be like that because it's ridiculous. There's no reason for a rivalry. Just let it go, Emma. And this is coming from me, the most pettiest man alive. And if I'm saying that it sounds ridiculous, and I hold grudges for every little thing, but even that is ridiculous. Natalia got fired from Deception, as she should. Drag Natalia. I sure will. I'm saying that money is important. Without money, you can't do stuff. That's true. What is your reaction with Kyle and Claire's declaration of love for each other? Oh my gosh, that was so cringeworthy to watch. Actually, well, to be accurate, to fast forward through. Because as soon as I saw those tears roll down Claire's face, that was it. I was like, that's it. I had to start fast forwarding that. I'm agreeing with you to accept money can't buy you more time on the earth or buy you years back on your body. No, but it can buy you a new body though. Just ask Haley and her boob job. I'm just saying, ask Kim Kardashian. Money can buy you a new body though. That's what it can do. Natalia should not be fired. Oh yes, she should be. She's duplicitous. She is very duplicitous. So Natalia Ramirez should not be trusted, and I don't understand what she wants from Marco. Like, why does she have to call Marco over there to vent all of her problems? I'm with you. I wanted to gag through the scenes and turn my head. I sure did. I was like, The second them tears started to fall out, I was like, that's it. However, Young and the Restless, I got to give you your props. I got to do something. I got to give Young and the Restless positive props. Now, they did the right thing by not having Nikki Newman on screen today, okay? Because Monday, I didn't do my own live stream because the very first scene I turned on the Young and the Restless, it showed Nikki Newman. I said, absolutely not. I'm not live streaming. Like, how you going to start my day off like that, though? Like, that's not even right, okay? Like, you could at least ease her on the screen, but they're going to just throw her in the very first scene and the first one to talk to, I'm like, oh, hell no. And then they expected me to watch that full episode? I couldn't even watch past 2 minutes of that. Hey, everyone. Hey, George. How are you? How dare Natalie complain to Mark about being fired after treating him like shit for being gay? Exactly. This is probably the first time I've enjoyed Bald and the Beautiful since July 2013. We all know what happened that month. Tessa Porter's hair is now blonde. Yeah, I was kind of confused about who she was at first. You better raise it to $20 million because $1 million won't last half a year these days. Facts. I prefer seeing Nikki on any day other than Claire and Loser. Oh no. No. I can't be looking at Nikki Newman like that. I can't. She's too much. It's called stocks. I have stocks in WWE. Nice. Do you like better Natalia Ramirez or Phyllis Summers or Christina Corinthos could play a game of love? I don't like none of them people. Okay, I hate them all equally. I have a lot of stock in WWE. What's your definition of a lot? Like 2 stocks. I'm doing good, Kyries. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm glad for you. Yeah. Lord. Natalia. Now, I hate all 3 of those women just the same. Just the same. I hate all 3 of them. Because they're all horrible people. All 3 of them. Like Phyllis, Natalia, and Thing all suck. Isn't it okay? It's fine. It's like 2%, but I could make money someday. Yeah, they are profitable stocks if depending. As long as Vince McMahon stays gone for good, and it's TKO. Now, that as long as Vince stays gone, the TKO stock will do that. Love being a part of this family. I love having you here too, George. George has been a member for 13 months. What is y'all doing over there, making all that noise? But Alexis makes me sick. So, do you want Liam and Sonny to get killed off? I sure do. Well, Sonny's too evil to die. So, and Liam is just worthless though. So just put Liam out of his misery. He's a worthless bastard. But Sonny, he's just too evil. You know, I'm really enjoying this professional building writing company that TKL bought. Is Xander going to fire his cousin Alex? He better not. He better not, because his trifling, he don't even know that his trifling wife is behind this. Like, Sarah is definitely a coward, and she need to get rid of that Super Bowl hair, that super cut Dora the Explorer hairdo that she got going on. Hi, Tamra. How are you? Liam has been the main character of The Bald and the Beautiful for 15 years. People were complaining that he was too focused, and he wasn't too focused. Now he's good again, and the show good. Nah. Liam don't work for me. So, he's got to go. He ain't got to go home, but he got to get up out of here. Like, his character ran his course. Like, what does Liam bring to the table? What does he bring? Like, the only time he just waffles back and forth between Steffi and Hope. Both of Steffi and Hope are both toxic witches. They're toxic with him. They're toxic without him. He just is a horrible person. Thank you, Darby. Darby gifted a membership, and DC was granted a membership thanks to Darby 13. Everybody give a special thank you shout out to Darby 13. We appreciate you. Whom do you think is trying to kill Sonny? One of Sidwell's people. Scott's amazing acting. Look, I get you have a thing for Scott, but it's like the dude should be able to expand his workload. I mean, he's been, like you said, he was Liam for 15 years. Why can't he just expand his horizon somewhere? Like, I really feel like I do like Scott Clifton as an actor. So, like, remember yesterday when you were like, oh, yeah, I would find a way to hate him if he was Dylan Quartermain? That's not true because I have nothing against Scott Clifton, but it's the character of Liam that's just, he brings nothing to the table, nothing fresh. I want these actors, like, actors can't get too complacent. Like, they should be able to show range and have different emotions. All Liam either does is look like a homeless caveman or cries like a little bitch. Hey, Tommy Smith says you early. Yeah, I started at 9:30 on the dot. You know what would be great if Christina has dissociative ID disorder and one of her personalities is who's trying to kill Sonny. That would make sense. That would make a whole lot of sense. I like that storyline idea. Again, not attracted to men. Okay. But anywho, I feel bad for Liam. Died you early. Oh yeah. But even still, whether you were or not, the Liam, I just want Scott Clifton to reach his full potential, just like I wanted Kelly Monaco to reach her full potential. I still want Kelly Monaco to come on to Beyond the Gates because God knows they need some new material. Right. Ain't that right? Right. You even needs to tell Ted the truth. You do need to tell Ted the truth. Christina is going to be pregnant by Lucky. Crazy and a deadbeat. Leslie's doing way too much. Okay, she need to stop stressing my girl Eva out. Love that song, Anita sang. I did not love anything about that. That was beyond the most cringe thing I have ever seen. I'm trying to play karaoke. I'm like, if Naomi Dupree can't fix the scene, then I don't know what can. But I'm done giving Beyond the Gates their grace period. So I'm going to call it like I see it. Beyond the Gates, what I need you to do is to kill off the cat character. You're going to have to do something because she is forever seen as a bitch to me. There's nothing that she could say or do that would show me otherwise. So bring her in full bitch mode, okay? Don't start trying to act like she's anything but. And I was very glad that Danny Dupree declined Chelsea today because who do you think you are? You told your mother you didn't need her. Now all of a sudden you need her again? No, Bill. Go fly on your own. You were nothing without Danny Dupree. So therefore, you need to go make yourself something without Danny Dupree. You wanted to be grown. You want to be Miss Influence and Miss whatever, but everything that you have is whatever. Still don't watch Beyond the Gates. Can't get into it. Sorry. Hey, there's not enough Liam Spencer on your screen for you to get into Beyond the Gates. I hear it. Not enough shirtless Liams rocking around. But like, to be honest, Beyond the Gates hasn't always been worth watching. I'm just saying, I'm done just saying it just because it's a predominantly black show that I'm going to just give it a pass for giving some suckish episodes. It should be action packed every day, but every day they haven't been giving us no payoff lately. So I'm done giving Beyond the Gates their grace. I'm going to call it like I see it. Well, I want Steve Burton to go back to Y&R and spice it up again. That's not happening. Okay? He's staying on General Hospital as Jason Deadbeat Morgan. I can't believe no one to hire Marco because he's Sidwell's son, but paying Ava off for her murderous daughter. Exactly. That's my thing with Alexis. She had the audacity to be judging Marco and Thing the next day. But yet, look at everything that she did. Look at everything Christina did. Look at everything Valentine did. For me, the Beyond the Gates was one there. It was the Danny show. Well, Danny Dupree is fabulous, but it's her daughter Naomi who's the star of the show. in my eyes. I mean, Danny Dupree, she had a little nice opening, but Naomi Dupree, she steals the show. Alexis is not fair at all. But yeah, but she's a hypocrite. Alexis is a whole hypocrite. Willow has a nerve going to Jason asking for help. The audacity of that trick. Michael don't owe her a damn thing. But I did like when that dingbat Nina put Carly in her place about using Nell as bait. She was like, I liked what you said. A lot of it was spot on up until you started weaponizing Nell. We need to set that very clear. You're not going to weaponize my daughter. That's what you're not about to do. Even Carly said, that's fair. I'm like, yeah. I love what Rick told Alexis. Me too. He ripped into Alexis. And then Alexis had the audacity to say, I thought you loved our daughter. But no, you don't love her because you wouldn't be trying to take Christina away from her because she stayed with me while you left town. 25 in the chat, 15 likes. So hit that like button. The like button helps keep that momentum growing. Kyle and Clara, cute couple. Boring couple, too. What do you think of WrestleMania 41? I was here for most of it. The ending with John Cena wasn't ideal, but it's like, I'm kind of over it. Because, I get The Rock should have showed up, but he didn't. So, it is what it is. John Cena needed to win anyways. But my thing is, John Cena shouldn't just go on a full whatever until December. I feel like he should have like a shorter reign and then break his own record again before he drops it to Cody Rhodes. Because think about it. If John Cena is about to retire, right, we're going to need somebody in his place. So that could either be Braun Breaker or LA Knight or somebody that could defeat John Cena real quick. Then John Cena can get the belt back before he drops it back to Cody, so he could break his own record. I think they should play it like that instead of just letting John Cena hold the belt till December to drop it right back to Cody Rhodes. Like, what is that going to accomplish? That's how I feel with that. But the woman stole the show on Sunday. Rhea, Io Sky, and the other one. That was the best match of night 2, and the best match of night 1 was CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. But I do love that Naomi and Jade Cargill did their thing. Mr. Sheffield and the nanny get married and have a baby. They don't need to get married to have no baby. Just have the baby and then get that child support. I heard Roman Reigns is a Trump supporter. So, it's typical. Do you think Nicole will hate Eva after when it comes out? She'll be mad. But it's her witch daughter that's going to, Kat is going to be the problem. And I need Kat to get off that show. I'm going to need them to get rid of Kat and Martin, and we're going to need to get Nicole a better looking child. Kat is cute and all, but she get on my nerves. And Martin, whose child is that? Like, seriously, that is not Nicole and Thing's child. So please tell me that Martin was switched out at birth. We need to do a switched out at birth storyline, okay? That's what we need to do for Martin. So Beyond the Gates, you're brand new. You have a whole clean slate. Please tell me that Martin is switched at birth and his real mother is a crackhead somewhere. And bring Nicole and Ted a better child, or let Nicole get pregnant with another baby too. I'm just saying. She talked about she had miscarriages back in her day. Well, she's 48 years old. She could still pop out one more. Eva is my favorite. Yeah, she's good. Naomi Dupree is my favorite. That was so stupid. Yeah, is Michael Corinthos going to be recast on General Hospital? It looks like it, because he's definitely needed. How you feel about Daniel and Tess are going to be cute together? Yeah. because her back deserves a break. All the times Mariah stepped on her back, stepped on her foot, stepped on her leg. I'm just saying, how many times does Tessa have to suffer at night with Mariah in her bed? Billy is tired. Phyllis in her games. Exactly. Phyllis is she's exhausting. Like, could anybody sign my petition to put Phyllis back in her coma? See, this is why Coma Phyllis was my favorite Phyllis when she was in the coma. Billy should be with Sally. Adam is insufferable. Well, yeah, we're not gonna have Sal. Oh yeah, Sally's not going back with Adam. He's a low down, dirty, cheating dog. I want Eva to be accepted to Beyond the Gates after everything come out. Mm. I'm not trying to put down Travis Scott. I'm sure he's good, but he does not need to be involved in professional wrestling. Sure don't. But that's The Rock's fault. So if anybody, don't blame Travis Scott, blame The Rock. He wanted to stick his nose where it didn't belong. Mariah is beautiful. Beautiful must have a different definition if Mariah is beautiful. I mean, Mariah May on AEW is beautiful. Hey, Dolomedics, how are you? But switching gears to Days of Our Lives, EJ Demira is awake, so I'm kind of unhappy with that. I'm like, so all of that, and he just woke right back up? Like, why couldn't he go where Clyde was? And then now, Amy Choi agreed to the adoption. So is Sophia going to change her mind and decide to keep the baby? Like, I'm kind of ready for Sophia to just, hello, even in a coma, Phyllis keeps winning Emmys. I'm dead. When was the last time Michelle Stafford won the Emmy? Susan is back. Yeah. And Gabby is guilty of elderly abuse. Mariah is going to take the whole buffet of General City. Yep. Now that sounds about right. Both buffets. I thought EJ would have been in a coma until June. Nope, he's up today. EJ was barely out, and where is my Sammy? Sammy already left town, but she'll be back for the thing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kind of disappointed that that's all I got for Sammy's return. Like, I'm like, that's it. I mean, I get that Allison Sweeney is doing whatever. Oh, that Amazon Phyllis won in 2024. Doing what? Little Rachel Black is probably the one that shot her uncle. Diane had to go on YNR. Last year, Phyllis won award the lead actress. Really? I never knew that. That's a dang shame. I do soap opera live streams. I was live streaming last year, and I still had no idea that Phyllis actually won. I would have vetoed that vote, but still, I would have never voted for her. But still, hey, what happened on Days of Our Lives? I didn't get to see it. I missed today's episode. EJ is up. Thing agreed to the adoption. I'm wondering if Sophia's going to change her mind. And Gabby was very abusive. Okay, I didn't like the way that she grabbed Susan. I'm like, Susan is a whole elder. She ain't had to grab her like that. Even though I remember Sally winning. I remember Sally won her little whatever, but I forgot that 10-foot tall Amazon won. Let go of I'm never gonna not hate Phyllis. Never. Oh, Sophie and Terry keeping that baby, they could make a good couple. I meant couple. Phyllis is so sexy. Stop with those lies. I remember when Michelle One last year. Even she was looking like, really? I'm dead. I I don't know why Michelle Stafford won. She didn't even think she should have won. Love that scene with. Oh yeah, now I do remember. I do remember now. I was having brain freeze. Now I remember. Because I remember she shouted out Fiona. She shouted out the actress that plays Anna. So I do remember now. Now I remember. Sammy Brady will be back for her stepfather John Black's funeral. I forgot about that. Rachel is the one that shot Ija. She's the one that did it. That little brat. Yeah, Rosemary. Rachel's brat. She need to. I told them a long time ago that she should have been in jail. Who will win the hoagie eating contest of 2025? Or Mariah? I don't know. Mariah Copeland. Luck. Because my girl, the other girl whose name you mentioned, Darby, she don't even eat hoagies. But Mariah, she got it all the way. Now, if there's a pie eating contest, you know Mariah is gonna win each and every year. I'm telling you, ain't nobody beating out Mariah. They'll be like, ooh, but they don't have that much money in the budget for all them pies that Mariah could eat. Sophia and Tate, they could be something. Mm. You still hate Mr. Sheffield? Sure do. And Jacqueline said Tracy would win. Phyllis deserves that win. They ain't got nowhere near enough money in the budget. Why is Audra so desperate to work with Victor? Because she need money. I'm just saying. Which I don't get it though. Like I said, with the body that Audra Charles has, there should be at least 10 men paying her alimony for life by now. I mean, I'm just saying she should be having settlement after settlement after settlement after settlement. Where as good as her body is, as good as everything that she got going on, is Tracy does no hoagies. I'm dead. Right when I said I don't want to I don't want to mention Tracy anymore. Okay, I told y'all she's off the show right now. I wanted to give y'all a break from her. Okay, I promoted Tracy for enough for a lifetime this last year in this stream. Why is Audra so sexy? Look at her boobs, her butt, her legs, her everything. I'm just sad. LOL. I know you're done with Beyond the Gate section, but I like Danny saying no to working for Chelsea's raggedy bag. Oh no, we're not. We're never done with Beyond the Gates. Trust me, we could all bring that up. But absolutely, like no, you didn't appreciate Danny when you had the chance. That Danny Dupree is fabulous. Danny Dupree, at least she still has value, unlike Liam Spencer. Because Liam Spencer brings nothing to the show. What is Tracy's middle name? I don't know. But yeah, I'm not like, no, let her and Kat figure that out themselves. Since they wanted to be grown. Let them do that. Because Danny tried to help at first. So no, Danny should have her own life. Oh, but Dolomedics, what do you think about this storyline twist? What if Haley is actually an undercover agent? Okay, and she's investigating Bill and Martin for that murder that Bill helped cover up. And her name's not even actually Haley, that's an alias, and her and Bill are not even really married. So that's the reason why she was asking the Duprees all those questions. That's the real reason why she befriended Naomi. Not to break up their marriage, but because she's investigating Bill. And that Doug is her biological father. What do you think about that storyline twist? Right? That would be a great storyline twist. Because she kind of looks like she could be Doug's daughter. And Tracy Pie Abbott, I like it. Awesome. I'm like, yep, that would make so much sense. Because she's got to have something. Because even today, when she had to walk in and had to overhear Bill talking something with Tomas. I was like, that was kind of a theory for me, but I was like, wait a minute, it might be true. It might become true because it makes more sense. Because when she said, "Oh yeah," because when Naomi said retrospectively, she was looking back and she was like, like Haley made it her mission to get to know my family. She always wanted to find information about my family. What if that's what she's really after? Is Audra be a pimp for Kyle? Ooh, that'd be a huge twist. I'd love to see it, but she's reminding me of Brooke from her younger dingy years. Yeah. I mean, she could still be what she could still end up like Brooke after she's done with this undercover agent, but like I just don't see really any romantic chemistry between her and Belle. Like she doesn't really feel like she's really into him. And it makes more sense if she has more of a mission. Because if you recall, remember when she said to Danny, she was like, "Hold," she's like, "You don't want to mess with me. You don't want to like I let that slide one time, but you don't want to mess with me." So if she could be an undercover agent, I'm like, she fits. She feels like she would that might fit her. So I'm hoping Beyond the Gates hears me out because they literally have pieces of that story all the way together. Tracy Quartermain's middle name is Angelica. Angelica. Where do you think the anniversary party is going to be, Kyrie? Probably at that country club. Audra will soon be Mrs. Newman. Mrs. Hastings. Hey, Gemini! Gemini! Happy Tuesday. Oh, you'll be happy, Gemini. That I called out Ava. I called Ava a dingbat earlier. Oh, she's not into Bill. She just has daddy issues. I'm calling her now. Haley ends up with Jacob. Now you see, I be getting uncomfortable every time she be in scenes with Jacob. Every time I'm like, hold up now. Now you may be undercover or whatnot, but you don't get to be all over Naomi's man. I'm just saying. Jacob has a woman. He has a real one. So Haley, you can snag up Bill and ain't nothing happening to you. But you don't go after the Queen Naomi Dupree. I'm just saying that's Queen B right there. That's a whole nother issue. Going after Danny, that's one thing. Going after my boo Naomi Dupree, woo, woo, woo. Oh please, the lies. When Nikki left Victor, Victor will marry Audra. That old bastard would have a heart attack. When I told you he was going to be a thought for a few days, I'm dead. I was back on Saturday night. Doesn't Audra have a past with Noah Newman? It would be funny if she had a secret child with him and that would change her relationship with Victor forever. Agree 100%. If it doesn't work out with Bill, is going after Jacob. She's kind of a hoe. I'm dead. But I'm keeping a very close eye on you, Haley. Mm-mm. Like recognizes like. Because I know I've said in the past, I said some treachery just the other day. Haley has more chemistry with Jacob and Derek. She's actually made Derek interesting. Those her future boos. Not Derek. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm cool with that. Because Haley looks better than Ashley could ever dream of being. I think Victor has a crush on Audra. Probably, and I hope that she gives him one too many blue pills and then his little heart explodes. His little black heart explodes. Nicole is my boo. That's your boo. Naomi Dupree is my boo boo. No, I love her. She can't do no wrong in my eyes. Hope the anniversary party is next week. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Tommy, they gave the date for it. It's on April 29th. So it's actually 1 week to this day. Did you and Tommy get the job? No. Well, I didn't get the job, but I don't know if Tommy did or didn't. I didn't. Carice is going to stand for Haley. I can't stand Cat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not too much of a fan for Cat. But Trina and Kai, y'all do have some chemistry, but y'all need to get it together. I want Haley to get pregnant by Derek and try to pass that baby off as. I'm dead. Tommy Smith says my interview is next week. How was church Sunday? Is the building still standing? Yeah. And you won't believe this, wink, wink, but I had my phone off the whole time till I was actually listening to that sermon. And whatever they kept saying over and over and over and over and over and over and over. But I was listening. I put my phone all the way down. I didn't have my earbuds in. I wasn't texting. I wasn't on social media. I was actually paying attention for Easter Sunday. I got up and clapped at their songs. That I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they were kind of off. They were kind of off key, but still, I got up and clapped. Doesn't Victor have a party for Nikki every 3 months? Why do the Abbots continually go to these parties knowing Victor hates them so much and always out to destroy them? Exactly. Who went to church? That's why the Pope didn't make it. Ah! That is so messed up. I really hope they don't hear Eva after the party. What do you think? Um, I think Eva will be all right either way. That's how I truly feel. Eva will be fine. She's a survivor. But Diane and not off key on Easter Sunday. They were off key many times. I'm like, how y'all got little 5 and 7 year olds singing better than you grown folks? I'm like, God damn. They were definitely off key. But yeah, Diane, don't be listening to Carly. Carly don't know what she's doing. She act like she got all this power. Your phone may have been off, but I know you were looking for the next person worthy of your fabuloso bottle. I'm dead. Love. I did no such thing. I was doing no such thing. I was being a good boy in church. Okay? I wasn't looking at none of them. Besides, none of them was my type anyways. Not one. The Pope said, "Who's here? I'm out." I'm dead. That is so mean. You putting that on me. That is so mean. But funny too. But mean. But what about Bessa? She was on that first episode. Like, she ain't coming back. I had to let her go. I'm just saying, it reminds me of my church youth choir days. They had in between those two twins that could really sing so they could drown out my voice. I'm dead. Not drown out my voice. Wow. But what else happened on Days of Our Lives? Let me pull up the recap real quick. But yeah, I did not appreciate the way that Gabby grabbed Susan now. I didn't appreciate it. Even though I'm always saying I don't discriminate, okay? Because I don't. As far as that, anyone could get it if they really did that, but it still didn't sit well with me because I just don't like Gabby. She don't take no accountability for none of her actions. Roman Reigns hit Paul Heyman so hard with that Superman punch that Pope felt it, Kyrie. He sure did. Now that was a good way to end Raw though. That was a good way. Braun Breaker, I feel he could be the face of the company. He got all the tools to be the undisputed guy in WWE. He's gonna do it. And he's very young too. He got many years as the face of the company coming his way. But Chad, you ain't got nothing to feel guilty about, okay? You put out that article about your duplicitous brother because he deserved it. He out here raping women. You still mad at Gabby because of Dimitri? I see, ow. You know that might be true. I missed you. Have fun. Thank you. I missed you too. Like I said, I would have came on live yesterday, but the reason I didn't was because I turned on The Young and the Restless, and the first thing I saw was Nikki Newman. I was like, unacceptable. I couldn't watch the rest of any of them other soaps until like hours later. Because how is the first thing you're gonna show me is Nikki Newman now? Like, how are y'all gonna do that to me? How could they punish me like this? What did I ever do to them that Nikki Newman's gonna be the first scene that you put in front of me? And what am I supposed to do? Bring back Connie Vininsky. I bet you Connie Vininsky's still finding a way to eat them snacks at that things because you know how that woman feels about her donuts. I'm just saying, I bet you that nut house facility that she's at, they're ordering donuts each and every day, around the clock. I'm just saying, my girl Connie Vininsky, she killed a man over some donuts. I still can't believe that Everett really had to die because he made one crack about Connie Vininsky's weight. I'm like, God damn. Lies, you were watching Raw while hitting it Raw. That's why you weren't streaming. I'm dead. When Natalia got fired, I was on the floor. Look, that's not true. That's not true. Gabriella should grab Susan. No, she should not. She should be in prison. Okay? I bet you Gabby wasn't getting all tough when she was up in there with Big Hilda, scrubbing them drawers out. Shit, that's why she had to scrub Hilda's drawers out by her hand. She had to get them doo-doo stains out. So, therefore, like Gabby could pick and choose who she gets tough with. But Hilda and Dorothy was effing her up in that prison, okay? They had her snatched against that wall. They broke her leg. She was their little bee up in there, but now you can snatch an old lady. Like, poor Susan. But I can't take that woman seriously every time she starts talking. I'm like, how they have that character be a mother of EJ Demera? Shouldn't she be demented like Kristen's mother? Well, but I can't stand Kristen's mother. Natalia yelling at Sonny about loyalty after telling Sidwell about his heart condition. Leave poor Gabby alone. She's been going to prison like 3 well, she ain't, but she ain't learn her lessons though. That's why she keep going back to prison. Like she got to go snatching up old ladies now. I'm like, damn, why she got to be abusing elderlies? Let that old lady talk. But I don't know why Kat on Days of Our Lives is still here. Like her character is not working out. So I get that Days of Our Lives filmed 6 months in advance, but that character that you wrote just ain't working. So you know you like Mr. Sheffield and the Nanny. Mm-mm. I stopped watching when I saw Claire and the Loser. Yeah, because I'm not gonna act like Kyle is acceptable all of a sudden. Because the only reason he acting like he has any common sense is because he's getting what he wants. But LaShawn says Tracy's Abbott's middle name is Ann. All right, so Tracy Ann Abbott. I like it. Just like Kat is so boring. The actress is usually such a great bad girl and other stuff. Exactly. They need to keep her a bad girl. Just give Kat a chance. I'm not giving neither one of those cats a chance. Not Cat Green or Cat whatever or Cat Dupree. Well, mm. But like I said, but how you have Nicole, like both of Nicole's children turned out like that though? That is just sad for me to have to come to that realization now that Nicole, as decent of a character as she is, both of her kids turned out to be just unacceptable. Because Tyrell out here having to suffer because of Martin. Maybe Chad and Kat aren't compatible or chemistry worthy. Definitely not. It's it's big gums. I'm dead. But I was thinking about that from my Saturday review. Maybe I was a little bit unreasonable towards the actor playing Kane. Because I never really read that for sure, for sure. I think that might have just been a rumor that he quit Young and the Restless just because they gave he declined the Tracy Abbott love scene. But what was that ever, did he ever confirm that in his own words? Because I remember reading about that somewhere, but that was a long time ago when I read it. So I always gave him the side eye just for that. But was that maybe because Tracy was involved that I was just a little unreasonable in vetting that? I actually think Kat looked cute today. Someone brushed her curls and she wasn't dressed like an 8-year-old girl in church clothes. Which Cat are we talking about? Cat on Days or Cat on Beyond the Gates? Because both cats were on screen today. So if Cat on Days, then yeah, she looked cute. Cat on Beyond the Gates. Every time I see her, I just see a raging witch face. Did you see what I sent you today? I think briefly. I gotta relook at it again. I'll relook at it again. Beyond the Gates cat. Oh, yeah. But every time I see her, she just has such a bitch face though. So it's like I get mad every time I see her. I can't help it. Like I try to, even when I try to be reasonable, have a reasonable approach towards her, she just finds a way to make me mad all over again. I just, I don't think I'm ever gonna forgive that woman for what she did. And what she do? Treated Eva like crap. And she still looks her nose down at Eva. It made me think about, ew. Well, anything that makes me think about Nikki Newman is something I typically like to avoid. Gabby asked Kat she does have feelings for Chad. Yep. Oh, that's what I was saying. I liked how Sally was like, Phyllis, you don't scare me, bitch. I am not scared of you. Okay? Like, he's like, oh please, me and Phyllis, we've gone a few rounds before. We could fight again. Like Sally, at this point, you just gotta fight Phyllis. Like she's not about to dismiss me, and then she want to throw up. Oh yeah, you know what I've been through. Like I hated when Sally said, "Yeah, I'm sorry for what you and Daniel been through." I would have been like, "I don't give a damn what you and Daniel been through. You're not about to be talking to me like this. This is what you're not about to do, Phyllis. This is what you're not about to do." Like Like if I was Sally, me and Phyllis would have had a fight. I think I like because I follow her on social. She comes across as more chill in real life. Some I just view it as good actors acting that she annoys me. Yeah, it's definitely the character. Or Kyrie's Clark always saying, yeah, but I took that song back from Nikki a long time ago. Okay, now that's just about my strippers. I'm just saying. He's talking about I'm in love with a stripper. She pop and she roll and she rolling and she climbing that pole. And I'm in love with a stripper. She trip and she playing and she playing. I'm not going nowhere, girl. I'm staying. Yeah, look, that song stay on my playlist every day. But I don't be thinking about old Nikki Newman when I be playing that song. I be thinking about my strippers. Kat is going to be mad when she finds out Eva is her sister. She better be nice when she find out. She ain't gonna be nice. She ain't gonna be nice. So I wouldn't set my expectation high for that one because she is not gonna be nice. That girl is incapable of being nice. But that is my song. I'm in love with a stripper. Cause even though I am not in love with a stripper currently, but ask him one church song, he can't remember the words. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. Can't nobody do me like the Lord. Like I'm just saying, I can think of Tyler Perry church songs or what a friend we have in Jesus. Or you say I'm strong. Look, I do listen to church music every now and again, okay? Whenever I need the good spirit to pick me up, I listen to some church music. I'm in love with a stripper. She's more of a shakedown Larry Tevin. I'm dead. I'm dead. She is though. We need a DNA test. We sure do. We need 3 DNA tests because I don't trust them to get their hands on that DNA test one way or another. But I do see some real chemistry between Daniel and Tessa. Outside of the Mariah weight jokes, I do feel that they could work together. Not 2 seconds ago, you were singing about a pole. Boy, please. You want sing it, Kyrie? So we want to hear you sing the. I'm dead. Deep down, no, I'm not. I hate that woman with every fiber of my being. I hate that woman. Nikki Newman is who I hate with a passion. I hate everything about her. I've hated her ever since. Well, I always hated her, but especially since that day she gave Adam 24 hours to leave town or he would regret it every day for the rest of his miserable life. Well, guess what? I'm going to hold that grudge against Nikki every day for the rest of her miserable life. I like Tomas and Eva as a couple. Yeah, me too. They have killer chemistry. They sure do. Like, they just need to. He needs to get away from Kat. Yeah, because Kat don't deserve Tomas. Tracy, Angelica and Ange. Well, Angelica or Ann is better than Big Gums. So it's much more classier. Jacqueline. I can't stand Nikki. She's annoying. She's very annoying. Nikki Newman is very annoying. Very horrible. She's evil. And she make me mad. Like, she ain't never apologized for that 24-hour ultimatum either. But you want to know who else is annoying? Curtis and Portia. I'm tired of them about Kaya's surgery. Every time I hear them talking, it's about Kaya and his stupid surgery. Like, don't make me have to go to Port Charles and do the surgery myself. I'd be like, Kaya, get out of the. I'd be like, doctors, get out of the way. Let me get this surgery over with. Just pulling your arm. I'm dead. Yeah. We got you. We got it. But yes, Nikki Newman is my arch nemesis, right along with Christina. See, there's no fixing that hate, okay? Christina and Nikki made them permanent enemies. Do any of y'all see me one day giving Christina another chance? That's a trick question. But does anybody here see me, Kyrese Clark, giving Christina Corinthos one more chance down the line? Do we think that's going to happen? Dewan, wink, wink. Do you think I'm going to give Christina Corinthos Davis one more chance down the line? Even if it's a year from now? Or am I going to keep that same energy for the rest of time through the end of time? Gemini thinks I will. I don't know if Gemini knows me like she thinks. I hold long-term grudges. Because I may have gave Brooke Logan a break last year, but she's still Basuda too. I didn't. You're a piece of work. You're definitely gonna change your mind. Why would I change my mind on a liar? She is a liar. Okay? So the only way I would change my mind is if she genuinely apologizes to my Ava for lying and saying that she pushed her when she didn't push her. Like they're gonna stop with all those lies and those fallacies. Like, how many times did she get in Ava's face talking about, oh yeah, you could lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to me. I was in that room. Blah 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 blah. You pushed me. I'm never gonna do that. She does one good thing for Ava, you forget. What could she ever do for Ava that's good? A half a year ago, you were backing Christina in her custody fight against TJ and Molly over baby Irene. Was I really though? Yeah, well, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was. Then I had a backtrack because it fit my new narrative. So you're right. Because TJ was making me mad though. I'm just saying. That's why, like, as much as I hate Christina, I still can't pretend to like TJ. I'm still happy that TJ's gone. That's why when people be complaining about TJ being gone, I'm like, why are we complaining? I wanted him gone. He was useless. Like, I just could not. It wasn't even about siding with Christina. It was about disliking TJ at that time. Yeah, y'all got the no, y'all got me. Y'all got me there. Cause you're right. Cause I could pull up my own damn receipts. Hell, I can go back to that specific stream where I know where I was. Cause in fact, let me see if I should pull that up right now. I know what I did back in the day. I'm gonna take accountability. Cause like Gabby Hernandez, accountability is kryptonite. I don't want to be like her. So I need to pull back my own damn receipts now. I need to be punished for my own sins. Kyrese killed TJ. That's why he hasn't been seen since. Yep. I could pull that up right now. Wow. When this slow machine starts. But yeah. I couldn't believe I was on that nonsense. But this is consequences for your actions. This shows me taking accountability for my crimes all those months ago. Well, But even I didn't kill that other one. I didn't kill TJ. Your punishment will be having. I will never. But then again, maybe I should never say never because you never know. Now, this was me, though. What's up, people? So, getting right into today's episode. So, the title suggests Christina's dying because she coded today. Alexis was all panicked. So, I wonder if they're going to kill off Christina. I doubt it. But let me tell y'all, I'm gonna be flat out honest. And I don't give no fucks. This was me. Look, that baby is better off without TJ as a father. I said it, and I stand by it, because TJ's an insufferable dickhead. He's a bitch-ass bitch. I don't like him. He's an asshole. Like, even right now, the child passed away. The baby didn't make it. So he want to still go pounding his chest talking about Christina while Christina's on her deathbed. I wish she was on her deathbed. Okay? Now. That insufferable asshole still was talking shit about her. Yeah. Even though she just lost her baby. Damn, I did back. And she carried for 9 freaking months. Bullshit. Well, TJ's just a piece of shit. So guess what? That baby is better off where the baby ended up because he doesn't have TJ as a father. That's right. She doesn't have TJ as a father because TJ doesn't deserve to be a father. TJ doesn't deserve anything. And matter of fact, Molly's the one that's insurrogate. I hope someone stabbed TJ in his testicles so he can't produce any more children either because he doesn't deserve to be a father. Okay, I said that. I did. Okay, I was backing Christina those months ago. Okay, I was. Well, so see, now we know how to look at TJ. Okay, I was backing Christina all those. I mean, I was. Okay, fine. I was. I heard Sonny's taking a break from the show. Is that true? Too good to be true. So Darby was correct. That was me. Less than 6 months ago. But it's like, yeah. Wow, you was cold. I'm dead. And they call me a To be fair, I was sick that day. Like I could play more, but I was kind of sick that day. So maybe it was just luck. Listen, that was before Christina started lying and talk about the Ava pushed her. Making bad judgment calls like Doug on Beyond, not like Doug on Beyond the Gates. I'm dead. Darby is always correct. Okay, yeah. Well, it was only a matter of time before I give myself some karma. How many receipts do I be sending Albert to this day? So now I needed to send my own damn receipt. But no, he's not always correct, but he was correct that time. I did back Christina. But Christina's was always telling lies. No, that was before she started saying, no, Ava pushed me. That was before. She was still unconscious at that time. That was before all that. That was before. But that was then, and this is what's now. I refuse to give Christine another chance until she takes accountability. Ava didn't push you. You should have never One up in there. Hi, Tammy Powell. Tammy says, no, Phyllis Summer shouldn't be fired. No way. I am never correct about everything, but Kyrie is unforgettable when he goes off on his epic rants. Look. Yeah, I was on something that day. I was like, wow. And that stream got over 800 views too. So over 800 people saw me going off like that. Tammy says hi. I'm like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, um, anywho, so yeah, the reason why I'm saying that Phil dropped that F bomb in 2 seconds flat. Look at, he said, I won't give Christine another chance until. Yes. So that's fine. Yeah, that's right, writers. I'm giving you one chance to redeem Christina. You better take it wisely. She needs to apologize to my Ava for lying about her pushing her. Once she does that and takes accountability for her role in Irene's passing, then and remembers that Irene was actually Molly's baby, was supposed to be Molly's, then if Molly could get past what Ava did, Ava grabbing Christina, then so could Christina. And if Christina wants her own baby, everyone in Young and the Restless needs to stop picking on Phyllis because she's like Sharon, both went through a lot. But Phyllis needs to change her ways. Okay? Accountability is like kryptonite for Phyllis. She doesn't take no accountability for none of her actions. So that is why Phyllis Summers is in the positions that she's in. Is Chris? What about? Oh no, there's nothing there. There is nothing that Nikki Newman could do. It's too little, too late. She could give Adam a kidney, and I'm still gonna find a way to treat Nikki like crap. Nikki Newman, she is forever dead to me. The best thing she could do is have a heart attack at a strip club, and that's about the best thing that I could think about for Nikki. That would just be her fitting ending. I would get up and clap. But outside of that, I disagree on Phyllis saying she's been arrested for. She's been arrested, but never convicted. She always just gets a slap on the wrist, and then she continues to carry on with her evil, demented ways. And it's not fair for her victims that Phyllis just continues on her reign of terror. I feel that Phyllis needs to change her way. She needs to evolve her character. There's been no character growth from Phyllis after all these years, and it's kind of sad. She's a sad woman. She really is. But all right, my good folks, this was a lots of fun, like always. I thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much, Tammy, for joining. Have a great night, Dewan. Have a great night, Wink Wink. Last day, Darby 13, Jacqueline, um, Gemini, um, and everybody else. I will be back. I don't like the Phyllis Summer haters. Bye. Have a great night. I'll see y'all eventually. I should be back tomorrow, same time. But yet, Phyllis Summers is my enemy for life after what she did to Danny Ramalotti. She's a rapist. But yes, have a great night, everybody.